What's up, everybody? Robert Sykes, KetoSavage.com. Gonna try doing a car vlog today. See how this audio quality comes in. I'm using an external mic, so we'll see if it works or not. Just finished crushing arms at the gym. It's Labor Day currently. I don't know when this video will go live, but probably in a couple days. So what's up? I woke up this morning at 181.6 pounds, and that might be a new high for me in this off season, so that's good. And I was pushing some, it's kind of hard to gauge strength on arm day, but I was doing some pretty heavy dumbbell curls that I've never done before, so figured about that. Right now I'm gonna go get a shake, post-workout keto shake, which is comprised of, I'll put a video with all the ingredients in it in the future, but basically it's cream cheese, heavy cream, half an avocado, some sugar-free flavoring, and a little bit of coconut milk. And I believe that's about it. Then I'm going to go home and show you how I calculate my macronutrient ratios for off season. So, get ready for that. What's up? Back in the studio with my shake. Real quick note on these shakes. There's two types of sweeteners in most coffee stands, which is what I use to flavor these things. You got Da Vinci brand, which uses sucralose as a sweetener, and then you have Torani brand, which is probably more common, that uses Ace K or acesulfame potassium, which spikes your insulin, and that's not good on keto. So use Da Vinci brand, sugar-free. Now, back to the matter at hand. I'm going to show you how to calculate my macros using a screen capture software that I've been trying to play around with. So, watch and learn. See if we figure out what I need to be eating in my off season for the remaining 3 months. Here we go. Alright, so here we are on my web browser. Go to KetoSavage.com, and then from there, when that bad boy loads, scroll down the bar here to macro calculator. And then here I've got, let me get this out of the way. I've got a list of directions here. Calculate your current macronutrients. And I'll go through all of this from somebody needing to know how to do it from the get-go in another video. But right now I'm just trying to calculate my off-season macros. So for body weight, my current body weight is 181. I'm just going to do 181 pounds. Current body fat is 8%. Oops. Put that in there. And then the activity multiplier is kind of like how active you are. So I would say sedentary 1.2 would be somebody like an office job and then comes home and watches Netflix. Lightly active would be like, I don't want to be offensive to anybody here, but you know, some just basic exercises, you know, a couple times a week. And then obviously getting more and more active as we go down. When I'm in contest prep, I consider my activity multiplier to be 1.9. So in the off season, I would say I'm 1.725. So I'll go ahead and put that in, 1.725. And that spits out like I'm already in ketosis, so I don't have to do this intro phase, yada, yada, yada. And then for the maintenance phase here, we have lean mass gain during and we have accelerated fat loss. So since I'm in off season, I'm trying to do a lean mass gain. So my current macronutrients would be around 3,804 calories a day, 317 grams of fat, 218 grams of protein, and 20 carbohydrates daily. That's my goal macros. And again, these are not like set in stone. This is just a good baseline starting point. So this is where I'll start. This is basically what I've been doing throughout my off season for the past year and a half, but since I'm documenting it now, for the next 3 months I'm going to be sticking to these macros pretty closely, and then Obviously, if I need to adjust, I'll adjust. But like I said, this is a good starting point. So that's how you calculate your macros. And like I said, I'll go in detail on how somebody else that's never used this before we go into it. But this is just for me personally now. So I can show you what my off-season macros are going to be. So, bam, 317 grams of fat, 218 protein, 20 carbs. That protein's pretty high for a keto diet, but like I said, I'm going to taper that when I do contest prep. So, there we go. Alright, that was how I calculated my macronutrients. Quick warning. The next part of this video is a lengthy explanation of me learning how to do the 23andMe genetic testing. It's pretty slow. Unless you want to do 23andMe genetic testing, it's probably pretty boring. But first time I did it, it was just off the cuff. So if you care to watch that, stay tuned. If not, that's how you calculate your macros. So you can go ahead and turn off the video. But if you'd like to learn how to do genetic testing, stay tuned. 23andMe genetic test kit. Because, as we all know, bodybuilding is all about genetics. Not all about genetics, but genetics plays a large role. So out of curiosity, I figured I'd buy this and see how it works. So for those of you who do not know, it's a genetic testing company, 23andMe, for $200. They mail this box to you. You provide a saliva sample and then send it back. And then from that, you're supposed to be able to figure out, or they send you a report after analyzing it. Tells you what your carrier status is. So like if I'm, subject to have cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, yada yada yada. An ancestry report. So I'm probably derived from like some kind of Hercules line, I would imagine. A wellness report, deep sleep, lactose intolerance, saturated fat and weights, and a Tratus report, which is hair loss, and if I have a unibrow, which I have no unibrow. So you get this box in the mail. Pretty simple little user guide here, and then this little kit. I'm not supposed to have food or drink for 30 minutes. Little carry pouch thing, and then you've got this. So I've got to spit into this thing and fill it to that line. So I guess I'll get to spitting. I'm probably gonna fast forward through some of this. This is gonna be weird to watch, especially on YouTube. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I don't produce that much spit. I'm not much of a spitter. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause this video because this is gonna take a long time. Alright, after much spitting, we finally got this beast to the fill line. Bubbles don't count, have to have spit. And then there's liquid in this thing here. So when I close this, it punctures that seal, releases the liquid into my saliva, which is kind of cool, kind of weird. Alright, next. Close the funnel lid. So you hear a loud click. Hold the tube upright, unscrew the funnel from the tube and discard. Use the small cap to close the tube lightly, or tightly rather. Shake the capped tube for 5 seconds. So here's my little cap. Take this bad boy off. Get a bad feeling about this. It is like to the tip top of the line. Alright. bubbles in my spit. Alright, so that's closed tightly. Now I shake this thing for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place the capped tube into the plastic bag containing the absorbent pad. And seal the bag. Do not remove the absorbent pad from the plastic bag. Okay. Alright. So put that bad boy in there. Now, so that seals, I guess. Okay, good to go there. Place the sealed plastic bag into the original box. Peel the strip and seal the box closed, and shipping has been prepaid. Alright. So, there it is, all wrapped up. Put it back in the box. Boom. And then remove the seal there, adhesive seal. And then it goes right back to 23andMe. Doesn't get any easier than that. You got to go online and register it, which is a pretty simple process. You just put your name in there and your barcode number that's associated with this test kit. So yeah, I'll give you an update when I get those results back, and we'll see just how genetically gifted I really am. Alright, peace out.